What's up, guys? It's Mr. Javid, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server. Well, here we go. No stream deck. On the Pokemon Showdown server, we're gonna be using, well, not the Timid card one, Bandit card. Love. I enjoyed Bandit card when I used it. So I think we won every game. I think that was the live where I timed out. But we would have won every game. So Bandit card. But shout outs to the Academy Discord. You know how they do. They just be hitting us with the team. Shout outs to Eclipse, Homer, and yeah, we're gonna hop right into it. I believe OT may have started. So yeah, guys, I've learned, and I should know this by now, I've learned to just shut my damn mouth. What I mean by that is, I remember last week I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a run week, and then I didn't upload like for the entire week. Unexpectedly, right? You know, offline things sometimes I can't really control. But I could have done better had I just prioritized it. And I just did a poor job of planning it, and then, you know, we ended up with what we ended up with. And so I do apologize for that, my friends. I really wish I had Sacred Sword in this one in particular, but I get the logic of the aerial ace. Because Buzzwole is just a huge issue for me. No, I mean, Melmetal. It's a huge issue for me. But yeah, we're gonna make do. Tapu Fini could sweep my opponent outright, but it's not super defensive. It has a lot, but it's not super defensive. So that's a banded Melmetal, and I get to trap it. But if it's a banded one, I gotta be mindful. So Fini-ish will likely be my go-to. Sweeper, zone's gonna be important if the Melmetal is banded. I want to keep that alive. Card's not getting any kills, but it's important because I don't have anything to switch into that Urshifu. Fini is a sweeper set on this, so I don't feel super comfortable switching that in. Weavile is promising too, but it, you know, there are quite a few things I need to Well, Slowking guards against most of his team. It's just the Melmetal and the Urshifu. So those are the biggest concerns for me. How can I prevent? So we're gonna cart here. Very likely could be Scarf Kyurem. If that's not the case, then I'd assume he would be opting for Tornadus here. Tornadus would knock my item off. How do I want to go about this? I'm actually going to double to Weavile here. If he stays in, he's going to go for Ice Beam. If Scarf, if not, he's going to double the cart. He specs but just leaves it in, meaning he just didn't expect to die, which, you know, kind of gives me insight as to where his head is at and what kind of player he is. We're just gonna knock here, lower ladder stuff. So now I know he's not gonna switch. My Weavile has been beaten down, so I could have just gotten the free kill there. So he was gonna give me the Melmetal's item. Again, it's hard to say, right? If the Melmetal is banded, I'm gonna go a hard cart. Is it Scout? EQ. That's not banded. EQ is obvious. He goes Rapid Strike on my cart. Okay. Very interesting. I wonder if he would. I mean, you should never. So let's think this through. So where are we right now? He was gonna give me his Melmetal, which I think might be AV. So my Weavile knocking his Melmetal's item off would be huge for my Tapu Fini, because as you can see, without Kyurem specs, it's one more thing that would have outsped Tapu Fini and done a lot of work, and it's within +1 Draining Kiss range. Coco is the next up in line, so not much on his team can really take on my Fini at this point. And he's not using the Torn in the way I'd expect. So let me think. If I Future Sight, Okay. So U-turns as I expect. Landers. Okay, did not expect Landers to be the initial play. Yeah, this is fine. Because my Slow King still has this item. It's very little drawback if he U-turns again. I didn't think he'd Stealth Rock because I could have just Ice Beamed him. But just again, based on how my opponent is playing, it seems like there's very little consideration of, like, Kyurem comes in. It's going to take Future Sight. So the Kyurem is dead. Right. And because it's still Scarf, unless, I don't think even Earth Power. I'm not super familiar using Slow King Galar. Funnily enough, I don't use it often. Do I want to send off another Future Sight? I should be able to take 2 Earth Powers. Yep. Okay. Okay, good. That's what I wanted. That way, let's see. The off chance he randomly goes Landers here. Yeah, like, okay, I'll take 2. Disagree completely with that play, but as I said, and so Torrent's coming in here. It's obviously going to be taking the Future Sight, but Knock is going to come out. That is okay. Knock plus Future Sight means I get a kill here. Oh, he actually defogged. Interesting. Still a kill. Every time Torn comes down, I'm guessing Kyurem's just going to get sacked. So all the work of going for keeping Kyurem to save Landers. Okay, so one of the biggest threats. So now the biggest threat is still the Melmetal. And again, the problem is the Kyurem can never muscle past my Slow King. I wouldn't be shocked if he tries to predict my Landers here, even though there's no reason for me to go Landers. But I have to be very wary. That's okay, good. No drop. Alright, cool. To guarantee value, I'll Ice Beam because I was gonna, he doesn't know that I don't have Flamethrower. And so I wanted to assume, well, at this point Zone is just a demon, and so we're gonna give up Weavile here instead of going hard Landers, because 2 Specs Dazzling Gleams would knock me out, and I think with how the eject buttons mechanics work, I'm not gonna be in the best position. And so really at this point, if Coco dies, then, well, no, it's not true. It's gonna say if Coco dies, then so perfect. So that's what I want. Electric Terrain plus Zone. Maybe Melmetal coming in. That confirmed that he's a Soul Vest. Yeah. So like we're not muscling past this thing anytime soon. Which blows. Because Cart will likely entice him to stay in. I figured he'd Ice Punch there. So I didn't go hard Landers. And Cart would entice him to stay in. I knew he'd leave it in. And so this allows for us to go to Landers and U-turn. The reason U-turn is the play here is because if he leaves the Melmetal in, he's going to go for an Ice type move. And at this point, Finny, I don't need it to be at full. Right, and so Scald will easily do the trick here. If he goes hard Coco, that's fine by me, as we just give up our Slow King here. Well, not give up, because I don't think he'll even knock us out unless yeah. So at that point, I'd have just come in with Magnezone and just destroyed. I'm sure I've decayed significantly after not playing for literally a week. But this is one of those teams that I'm. And I had somebody ask, Jam, why the 10-game limit? And Joey was like, maybe we should, just to continue the series. And to get, again, if my goal is simply to get top 10, that's not difficult. Like, just playing no losses don't matter. That's not difficult. The goal is to not lose more than 10 games. Now, I might push it just because, I've been mad inconsistent. And so Like, I know people are enjoying it, and just for the sake of having like a thing, like something we're aiming for, I can see the appeal. And so I'm thinking about it. But we're just gonna enjoy the game for now. No Buzzwole again. Another game where I'd love to have Sacred Sword, but it is what it is. Banded Knockoff goes a long way in this one, as does Banded Leaf Blade. I think once I knock off this Registeel's item, Leaf Blade, just till it kills every member on his team. Magnezone can trap Registeel as well. That's honestly its core purpose in this game. If the Registeel lacks Earthquake, which I could see it having just Seismic Toss. After which Kartana's Leaf Blade Choice Banded with Stealth Rocks goes in. Landorus' core purpose is going to be to guard against what? Prevent that Crook from being Moxie Earthquake sweeping me. So I don't want Landorus dead. It also is needed for the Mienshao, but I think if I could destroy him with Finny, but Slowking is such a funny mon, right? So I ought to be very careful around that. SD Weavile is also a huge problem. I don't know how I didn't notice that. Huge, probably the hugest issue. We'll see. But for now, I'm aiming for a more simplistic win con of Magnezone plus Cart, because I don't have to set up, I don't have to know any calcs, I don't have to worry about Intimidate and does Mienshao, is it Scarf, is it Light? It's a lot of information to gather. Slowking guards against a few members. Crook. What is my weakest link? I think no matter what, this with the eject button, it makes things shanky. It makes things weird because, let me think. Slowking on his Slowking. What would he go to as I future sight to Crook? I don't want my eject button to act like it's just a waste of an eject button here. He'll U-turn. Okay, let me see what his initial reaction. It's probably Slowking. He's gonna U-turn out to Slowking. Oh, he fakes out. And he's Life Orb. This is actually really good. Because one would assume he'd U-turn here. So I'm gonna see it. Yes, I am going to Calm Mind first to entice that Slowking to go for Sludge Bomb so I can get the hard switch into my cart. Once he starts seeing me Calm Minding, he'll start panicking. Whereas if I just Scald one, that's like literally no damage, and it gives him all the momentum back. Now this is a high risk. Should I put in? Let's do dude's point 17-12. It's relatively high risk, but I mean, as I'm saying, like, you're staring down a Tapu Fini Calm Minding. You're in no position to be thinking about doing anything other than going for the super effective move, because you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna just set up. Now if this doesn't work and he just aggressively flamethrowers, I don't lose the game, but I do make it significantly harder for myself. Now alternatively, I could just go, okay, if he flamethrowers, kudos. Yeah, so this is the position I wanted. So now Registeel loses his item, boom. And so now we're looking at potentially Bandit Kartana destroying. So the next condition I'll need met is Rocks Up, because he probably goes for his own. Yeah, and there's no Pokemon he can comfortably go to on this other than Mantine, but Mantine is not a mon. I'm very surprised. I'm guessing it has EQ, because he was just gonna sack it. Okay. So I've seen. Okay. Yeah, this shit no way has EQ. It probably has Seismic Toss. Very surprised he was just gonna sack the Registeel, but yeah, it is what it is. I'll let Magnezone do what it's on the team to do as he goes to Mantine. So many options here. So many options here. The Registeel can't touch my card. I'm gonna do the one that gets me the most value. So we'll go Cart, Bandit, Bandit, Leaf Blade. Probably one shots Mantine, unless it's like max defense. But probably one shots Mantine. Even if it doesn't, unless... Because again, I'm not making any play that guaranteed loses me the game. Like, if he goes to the Registeel, it's not going to enjoy the Bandit, Leaf Blade. It might even 2 KO. Okay, it's down to 2 KO, but what is he going to do, right? And so this is a beast boost right here. Forces in Polt, Seismic Toss at best, right? And so Weavile doesn't have to think about this anymore. Also, he's not sure if I'm Scarfed, though maybe he'll know the role. So like stuff like this is what I want him to do, right? Just give me free value. Now he knows I'm Bandit and he's gonna sack his Registeel, but he just took an extra whatever percent for no reason. You know, I say whatever because he's regenning back some of that. And so there's a Polt that I expected. So Registeel's gone. Leaf Blade drops on mine every time it comes in. Finny's deadly. Slow King's core purpose. Let's see what kind of Polt this is. If it's Specs Shadow Ball, then I get to know, and then which is the case, which allows for Weavile to come in with its boost. And then somebody's gonna get punished here because we found out that. Come on, man. Let me run this calc. Triple Axle's the play here every time, though. SD makes sense too. Like SD wins if I get the rolls I want. Dude got 2 Spadef drops in a row. Again, it's just whether the crook is Intimidate or not. But I guess I could run some calcs real quick. Custom set, is that just SD? Yeah, okay. Let's see what my timer is saying. It's 120, okay, plenty time. So -1 Polt. Wait, that says Shadow Ball does 33 to 39. He did 42 to me. He's probably modest. Am I tripping? Yeah, that says you can't do any more. That says you shouldn't be able to do that much to me. It's probably modest, which means outspeed. So modest. Shadow Ball does, and he got max. So let's say -1 special defense. Shadow Ball does 54 to 6. Yeah, I die. Pretty knockoff. Don't want the Mienshao to come in. Okay, so he gives me the biggest threat to his team. Yeah, he's modest. I'm glad I just learned that role though, because I didn't know that modest Polt did max 42. That seems pretty low for how frail Weavile is, but I mean, given Weavile is actually not dumb frail on the special side. Like, it doesn't get enough credit for its special stats. And so obviously here we're looking at, I mean, the game is over unless that crocodile scarf. This game is done. Slow King. Yeah, I'll sack Zone. I think Zone is my weakest link. I didn't think he'd fake out, but this allows for me to. He should just CC. I'll body press on the out chance he tries to U-turn out into Crocodile. But I just want the free switch into Cart. You know, when you're in positions like these, games get real simple, right? You hold positions that cannot be defended, right? So if I know he can't guard against Cart's Banded Leaf Blade at this point, then all I need to do is get it in and click Leaf Blade, and it's as simple as that. Yeah, like he can guard a little better against Smart Strike. It's a weaker move. And I think because he allowed his Slow King to get that hit earlier, Bandit +1 card will knock it out. So Mantine gets hit, which means EQ just, yeah, so I would have died. So the question is the Crook Scarf. Which is why I saved Dark Resist and Ground Resist. See, it's intimidating, which is again why we didn't want to set up Weavile just willy-nilly. So I'd assume you want your knockoff here. Still gonna hold positions he can't guard against, so we're gonna give him Slow King here. CC's, ooh, that was not the move. So now I get another KO, because all I do is just double switch out to Landorus on his Slow King. It seems Scarf. If he switched up moves there, I just went to Kartana and won. So there was no downside to this. All I do now is go to Landorus, EQ. And that's that. That's just that. That's just that. Yep. He could have went to Crook, but perhaps he was like, well, I don't want him U-turning and predicting my switch, because I could have U-turned. Like, I have a whole Slow King to take on his own, so it's pretty low risk. Excuse me. And we just give him Slow King here. Loses to both. At least Weavile can Ice Shard the Crook. Just Ice Beam. It doesn't really matter what we go for here, really. Because the moment if the Mienshao does anything, we just go to Finny and Draining Kick. Several win cons here, as you can see. I'm glad Triple Axel hit. I did not expect him to leave it in. I thought he may go Mienshao on the knock. And then we got to deal with my Weavile taking Fake out and all that. So I wanted to just, couldn't guard against Triple Axel at all. I also didn't want him to be like a bulky Crook and go to Crook on the knock and intimidate me. And then it's like, maybe Triple Axel kills. Then his Dragapult gets away, which means that I can't just destroy him with Cart like before. And so, yeah, this game is wrapped up. Okay, so I Ice Beamed. So now it's definitely, I mean, it was already definitely over, but now it's definitely over, because it's, Weavile's Ice Shard knocks him out from there. Oh, wow. Slow King said no. I respect it, King. I respect it. Thank you. Then Kartana, the finishing touches, that yummy speed tier. Good stuff, Card. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I think it's at 1621 without my decay. It might be with my decay, which is good. So this guy has a Corviknight, but he also has a Mandibuzz and a Tangrowth. So he's like, I've lost to too many Kartanas and I'm tired of it. But he's very weak to Tapu Fini, and so that's definitely the direction I'm gonna go, especially if it is a he's actually or should I Toxic? He's weak to Weavile too. It's very weak to Weavile. So the bigger upside of my Magnezone trapping his Corviknight is the Weavile. How it just opens that up and I just click Triple Axel multiple times. Galarian Slow King is really my only defensive mon, and its core purpose in this is to it comes in on Tangrowth and fires off future sights, because I doubt he'll just let me beat it up, but he might, so we'll see. I might be able to catch his Lando on an Ice Beam. Lando's core purpose to provide a ground immunity and to eject button on the Corviknight. Which is why I don't want his Lando to start off on me. Let me think. Lando Toxic. Okay, I know what I must do. Okay. So I lack too much information. I can tell he's not a thinker. So Weavile, if Weavile, let's see what your initial play would be on this. You'd either stay into low kick if you have it. Okay. I mean, I figured he wasn't a thinker, but I didn't think he just SD turn 1. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Corviknight is his initial switch, which is weird to not go Tangrowth on a Misty terrain. So he probably had Rocky Helmet, and I don't know. Like, again, SDing turn 1 when I have an entire Finny there if you're just going to switch out. And it's not even like it's a bait and switch, right? It's not like there's something there that, like, as I said, like, Slowking's literal purpose is coming on this growth. I know I'm about to get knocked, but at the very least, then I won't have to deal with as much. I'm knocked at 44. He should fear me. No way EQ kills me from here. So he does go hard Landorus on me. I don't know how common Ice Beam is, but he substitutes. So he's gonna die here. Huh. Very interesting. He's not gonna die, but he's gonna take a ton. Yeah. Then takes the future sights, which is huge for my so get the Rocky Helmet there, which is really, really important, because that's going to mean that Weavile doesn't have to fear triple axle. Finny doesn't have to worry about Rocky Helmet with Draining Kiss, and Landorus can U-turn all day and night. Sleep Powder could come out. I could see that. Yeah. But as I said, Slowking is just not the man in this game. But I do want to make sure that his Landorus isn't just doing whatever it wants. And his Corviknight, I want it trapped. But now I just see him sweep soon, though. I still want the Corviknight gone, though, unless I burn it. So if I leave this in, I'll go cart. Yeah. Smart strike. Like, he's super weak to my Weavile. You might fear. I'll smart strike hard. The best he got is what, knockoff. Ugh. I want rocks up. I want rocks up. Big time. What would he even be able to kill me with? I don't even think he can kill me. Knock might kill me from here. Yeah, Knock definitely knocks me out. Okay, good. Smart strike, you go for... Well, Weavile is the thing that... I think Weavile might be the one I'll have to use to force that Corviknight in. Because I can't go lane. I have to play wisely around his Landorus. I mean, with my Landorus, because if my eject button goes away... Like, I don't need a eject button to sweep. Right. Roost. So now we just triple axle so that this, because you know it's gonna leave it. He's gonna leave it in to U-turn. Yeah. This is ladder. Yep. And then ideally Corviknight comes in here, goes to his own Weavile. But he SD'd last time. I doubt he has. I mean, just knock. I mean, I don't know what to expect from this, honestly. I don't want my Finny's item gone. Um, I don't know if I can avoid that. I don't know if I can avoid Feeney's item being gone. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Let us go. Unless he has like Lee Storm or something. Yeah, it's not enough. So the Corviknight's in sub Corv and it's faster than what? He's timid sub Corv. Problem is I just Draining Kiss. So yeah, Lander is a good play because you get to eat. Draining Kiss. Is it worth the EQ damage? No. Draining Kiss. Then he goes to Corviknight Brave Bird. EQ does probably like 40 something. Draining Kiss back up. He goes to Corviknight, tries to Brave Bird me. So I go Magnezone. Or I go Landers here, double the Kartana. And then we're staring back at Tangrowth. The fucking Corviknight is faster than me. Okay, that's actually a really big turn that he it's actually a really big deal that he just gave me his Lando. Yeah, good. Let's see how much earliest does to Tangrowth. It's a 2. Oh, it's not. It's not even. That shit missed. Oh my words, that shit missed. Giga Drain, Sleep Powder, knockoff. Giga Drain, Sleep Powder, knockoff. Curious as to what his other moves. Rocky Helmet? It's not Rocky Hippo. Which means Hippo only has Toxic. That's fine. I don't like Rocks being up, but now I get to get mine up, which is huge versus his Tangrowth and his Landers. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. Excellent. There we go. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. That Corviknight play made no sense though. Like that's never the turn you go Corv. Yeah, I'll let him do what he's doing. I'll show Iron Body and Iron Defense in a sec. Yeah, I'll do it now. Because he's, pressure stalling, but that's not gonna work. So you just die now. To the press of the body, that expert belt. Yeah. Oh, he's body press. Is that what they're running now? Is that what the kids are doing these days? Now I don't need to play as cautiously with my Landers. Gravity, huh? Okay. Well, thanks. Now you're dead. All right. I actually did not want that. No positions that cannot be defended. So let's knock here. Did not expect Tangrowth, but that's fine. The Landers and Hippowdon are relevant. The Tangrowth, I don't get his Tangrowth play. Like if I triple axled initially, my player is always to go hard Finny because you should SD. Then I Draining Kiss twice, unless he had the low key poison jab tucked. Whoa, how much is that? Whoa. Why did I only do fucking... It doesn't matter, I just need a Draining Kiss damage, but Why is he doing so much to me and I'm only doing fucking 0 to him? That's ice shard range, but like that could have gotten dicey. Wow. I am not respecting Weavile. Like, it's crazy how much I'm not. Let me make sure ice shard kills. What's my timer saying? I am just not respecting Weavile right now. Because if not, then my play would be to intimidate shuffle. OU choice ban. No. Custom set. Ice shard versus opposing Weavile. Yeah. Wow, I've just not. Guys, like, okay, so this is why everybody's do. Jesus, that did a ton to my fade. Now, I'm not the generic, but like, you should not be doing that much to me with a resisted move. Man, triple axle is no joke. Guys, what's the power on triple? Like, when it gets all the hits. Whoa, that did a lot to me. But what's more surprising is how little draining kiss wasn't even a 2 KO, but we were talking about it earlier in the live. Like, you know, we have to respect Weavile's special defense, right? Which is it's why, what makes it crazy is Kurum's ice beam did half. But Chavavini's draining kiss can't do half. I don't know. It was just doing so much, so I'm like, he can't just not running attack. I mean, not running attack and running HP and speed. Or maybe he ran a lot of, maybe it was adamant. I don't know, guys. That should not be doing that much to me. Thankfully, Finny came through with the draining kiss, and it turns out the landers being around made a huge difference. Meaning the draining kiss I got earlier in the game made a huge difference. But yeah, 37 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for today's live. And just shoot for consistency. Hit the like button. I understand if you don't try, you're like, yeah, okay, Jam, I'll believe you when I see it, and I respect it. But for all of you guys who've been rocking with me for a minute, you know how shit gets. So yeah, thanks again, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.